Alright, I'm going to keep trying to do like book review Tuesdays. Let's see how long this lasts in my life. So today's review is for The Fae God's Maze by Philina Wood. This is another arc I got from the author over on TikTok. Sometimes if you just ask them to send you arcs when they're looking for it, they will just send you arcs. Indie publishing is amazing. This book is Philina's second novel, first one in a new series called the Fae Gods series. She bills it as a Greek mythology retelling, a Minotaur retelling, and a Hades and Persephone retelling, all sort of mashed up together with Fae in it. I will agree to two of those points. The Hades and Persephone I don't really agree with. I'll get to that later in like my spoiler not spoiler talk. But yeah, basically, you know, nut and bolt synopsis. You have a princess who has been trained from a young age to be a warrior to replace her sadly deceased brother. There's a Minotaur in a maze underneath her father's palace that her father says was gifted to them by the gods, but has been wreaking all kinds of havoc. It sort of follows the same beats of the Minotaur myth in the fact that there's a rival kingdom that is forced to send tributes into the maze every single year. The only difference is this year Avra has decided to go down into the maze to fight the Minotaur, to stop the Minotaur, and like save the kingdom and basically solidify her place as her father's heir. That's not what happens. Turns out there's a lot more stuff going on. She meets some people that are tangentially connected to the Fae gods, because they're basically gods but they have pointy ears like Fae. It's a thing. It works. Meet some people that are tangentially connected that are stuck down in the maze, including the Minotaur. There's some fighting. Finds out there's more to the Minotaur than she thinks there is, or thought there was. You know, some found family stuff. There's like a quest to find everything and get out of the maze. And then like the conclusion at the end, where they either do or do not get out of the maze. And then if they do get out of the maze, what happens after that? Or what is going to happen after that? So overall, I really enjoyed this book. Like, I am a sucker for a Greek retelling. I am a sucker for like a fantasy with romance in it, because that's what this is. The romance in it is a made plot, but it drives the narrative, but it's not eaten up. It doesn't eat up the narrative, if you get what I mean. The characters are good. I liked all of them. It's another first person one that I could really enjoy. There's a lot of depth to it, partially because Philina is in fact Greek, so the mythology that she's basing off of and the culture that she's basing it off is something that she's intimately aware of, so that plays through in the books. There's plenty of references to things using the proper names for things, like different drinking vessels and stuff that I don't think a lot of people would include, but she does, because some things just don't translate. There's no good way to describe a small, shallow dish with handles that is only used for drinking wine out of, but there's an ancient Greek word for that. So she just uses that one and it makes more sense. But I think some people would try to like make up a new word or like not research it. But she already knew it. Like, it was there. So that depth with it was really nice. It made the world feel lived in, which was also really good considering it's first person, and a big problem with first person fantasy is the fact that you need the set dressing, and if the set dressing isn't there, it sort of falls flat. Because of her intimate knowledge with the culture she's basing it off of, the world feels more lived in by adding those little touches, which is always good. This is a 5-star for me. I got to the last page. I wanted to reread it. I still want to reread it, but I have other obligations that are keeping me from rereading it. Not that the other books aren't good. They are. It's just I want to reread this one right now because that's the place I'm at in my life. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The story was good. There's good pacing. There's a little bit of sapphic representation from a few different characters, which is always appreciated. The narrative flows naturally. It doesn't get like hooked up on anything. There's a few small pacing issues, but they mostly are contained within the chapter, where like the chapter pacing could have been different, not the overall narrative pacing. It's small, it's minor. I largely overlooked it. See, yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna get a little bit into spoilers, just because I can. You don't want spoilers? Let me know if it sounds interesting. Comment down below. It's available on Kindle Unlimited, paperback and hardback right now. As I'm filming this, by the time you guys see it, it definitely will be. The author decided to go live a little bit sooner with it. I was trying to get this out beforehand. Didn't work. Oops. But it is available right now for you guys to go check out. And like I said, you can get it on Kindle Unlimited. So there's that. A little bit of a spoiler talk. And this is specifically to let you know what kind of books I'm into. But I partially wanted to arc read for this because I thought it was a monster love book. Because, you know, the Minotaur, and it's, you know, pretty much explicitly stated in the synopsis on the book that, like, Avra falls in love with the Minotaur. So I was hoping he'd be in Minotaur form when the spicy stuff happened. That's not the case. I'm disappointed in that. But the spice was still good. This is a spicy novel. I would classify it about a 3 pepper. Alright? It takes a while for, like, well, actually, there's a scene at the like right at the beginning, a couple of scenes, but like the overall spice of it is one of those things where, like, it's there, it's enjoyable, but you could cut it out and it wouldn't affect the plot any. It's not the main focal point, so if you're not into it, you can just skim those sections. Yeah, that's it. You could just skim those sections. But overall, I really enjoyed this book. It was fun. It was a retelling that didn't take itself too seriously. Like, the author was serious about writing the book, but the subject matter wasn't taken too seriously. It was a story. It was an idea. She ran with it. It was thoroughly enjoyable. And sometimes that's just what you need, is somebody who just, like, runs with an idea and has a great old time doing it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Let me know, what did you guys think of the Fae God's Maze? Are you gonna check it out? Yay? Nay? Let me know. I've got more arcs coming over this next several weeks. So I'll get out reviews to you guys. As you can tell, I am currently working from home. Don't know how long this is going to last, but that's because of an insurance reason. So I had a job interview with another company, and I'm going to see what happens with that. But for right now, I'm working from home. So it gives me a little bit more time to work on things. It is my birthday month and my anniversary month on here, so if you guys saw it last year, I'll do it again. I'll tell you what it's actually like to be on YouTube for 2 years. Don't let all those people fool you that think they're making loads of money. I've made no money. I do this for free. Think about that. But yeah, there's some stuff. There's some videos. There are just things I want to talk about that are coming out this month. You may or may not have already seen them already. If you have, ignore this. But yeah, I'm planning on new things in the future. There's some things I'm circling back to that I'm working on. As you know, this channel is like my brain. It's often confused and scattered. But as long as you're just along for the ride, most of the time it's pretty good. In any case, that's going to be it for Book Review Tuesday. I'll be coming back next Tuesday with another review. I think I know which one, but it's a toss-up between 2 of them, so you'll just have to wait and see which one. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later this week. Bye!